With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott set to go on offense for the first time. And with Dak at the controls, his 6th season under center now as the Cowboys quarterback.
You remember last year he got off to an incredible start. Threw for over 450 yards in 3 straight weeks, including 502 against the Cleveland Browns in Week 4. Just 4 yards short of the franchise's single-game record. Then came his injury in Week 5 that pretty well derailed the Cowboys season.
Amari Cooper, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Being chased out left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Looking to throw. Prescott. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a 1st down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their own 14-yard line. And he whips that one incomplete there. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Brady now to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Brady. That's complete. Bernard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd?
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Gronk, so tough to cover. Sometimes the flag's going to come out.
His size and his ability create a lot of these pass interference calls. If you're trying to go through him to get to the ball, that's almost impossible, and he benefits on the play.
And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bucs are on the board here first in the season opener.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks. But here, he found all of his guys covered, and he said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Prescott to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw is Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. A first down carry by Elliott. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Prescott. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And a short gain down to about the 33. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. On 1st and 10, Prescott throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing, Prescott. Flushed out right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock. If they get the ball back for their offensive guys, maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Brady now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Brady going to throw. He drops it off for Bernard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1.
First down, Tampa's Brady hooks up with Howard.
From midfield, here's Brady. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18 from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 32 that time. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Brady. They'll roll, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point up and good by Suckup, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Brady now on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. On 1st down, Brady. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Brady to throw again. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Prescott on 1st down. Oh, Prescott stripped, but I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to 4th down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Brady. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. 7 yards, the pickup there. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And it's 3rd and short. Now Brady again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 55 yards. And the Buccaneers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. He'll drop this off for Bernard. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Antonio Brown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. About timeout set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19 from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's third down. Now Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Buccaneers have it. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. I hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Not much there, only a yard. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. A first down throw for Prescott.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Prescott yet again. 4th down, and I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Touchdown! Michael Gallup, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Not totally home free yet, but it's... Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Randy Gregory in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Brady going to look to throw to Evans on the slant. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times, the first guy in league history to do that.
And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard there to make the grab. And the Bucs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. This is Tony Pollard. And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. That'll bring up second down. Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year.